So I tried to film that video outside, but it didn't work out. People are keep making noises. I gotta concentrate here. Alright guys, so as you can see in front of you, we have the 1991-92 Reebok Blacktop Pump Battleground 2. This is the sample of the retro that was supposed to be released a few years back, but never made it to production. Unfortunately for me and all of you guys that are fan of the brand and the Blacktop series. But let me walk you through this one. Bear with me. There will be plenty of information. There's plenty of stuff that I want to share about this pair. The similarities to the original one, the differences, and what did Reebok did with this sample. So let's jump right into it. First thing I want to show and kind of point your attention to is the use of material. So all the toe box, the side panel here, and kind of all the way here, this is all full grain, not synthetic, full grain genuine leather. And the synthetic leather panel is here in the back. So from that point back, this is synthetic, and that's about it. So this is the only portion in the back that is synthetic. But majority of the shoe and the front especially, it's all full grain, genuine leather. Look at that crease. And I wish you guys can smell it. It's absolutely mesmerizing. Great quality leather. Absolutely love what they did with this shoe. Again, unfortunately, never made it. So some of the things I want to talk about the construction. The difference with the original ones. So here, this toe guard on the original pair, this was rubber. But on this retro, it's kind of a thick synthetic leather stitched in. So this is the difference. You'll see double stitching on this right shoe, but on the left one, we have only a single stitching. So these were, I guess, two different production samples that they kind of made to, call in the final one. This is how the original one was. Double stitching is one of those signature things that the Blacktop series had, make it more durable, for playing outside, obviously. Blacktop branding here on the side, and this panel also was rubber or kind of a hard, plastic back in the day. Now it's that synthetic leather as well. Interesting enough, the midsole, which back in the day was polyurethane, and I think it still is, it's pretty soft. You can see compresses pretty well. When you put them on feet, they're very comfortable. I remember the old ones were a little bit dense and kind of hard at the beginning. One of my best friends actually had that model. I never, unfortunately, had it. And in the back, we have stitched in Reebok and Blacktop, which is kind of, flip-flop style of label in the back, just like the original. And I'm glad that they preserved the graphics. These are the graphics that were on the original pair inside, and I'm gonna pull the insole and show it to you as well in a second. But let me keep going on the outside. As you can see, the vector is a little bit higher. We have these 3 stripes, which used to be of kind of rubber material, and now it's just painted purple over the leather, over the synthetic leather, which is fine in my mind, I guess. One thing to notice, that these two shoes, especially the toe box, there's a slight yellowing on this one, and I'm assuming this pair was probably a display and kind of got exposed to some more light and some more UV. That's why this side yellowed, but I don't mind that. Kind of makes it look more vintage than anything else. But other than that, they're pretty much very similar. Same quality leather on the front, same synthetic in the back. Keep in mind the original pair was all full grain leather. Obviously with the retro, they were trying to save some money, but ultimately they decided not to release that shoe. To all of you, surprise and negative surprise and unfortunate event. So yeah, let's go back into the details. As you can see, we have stitched in Blacktop and Reebok on the ton, just like on the original one. And I'm happy to say that both pumps are functioning perfectly well. And by the way, they're very easy to pump with little to no effort, just like the original one was. So whoever manufacturer they were using for the pump letters back in, let's see, when was this planned to be retroed on the label. Another thing about the label, I'm gonna point your attention. This one is made in 2014, so 3 years ago. They are stating here Blacktop Battleground 91, but on the other label it says Battleground 93. This one is known as the Battleground 2, so they're even confused about all that stuff, which is no surprise, by the way. And the colorway, you can see white, black, team purple, swag, ooh, orange and flat gray and graphite. That's a lot of colors right there. So yeah, let's put this to the side. Pump is functioning and working perfectly well. Let me try to pull the insole out and show it to you guys. Obviously there's paper inside as always. And would I be able to pull it? Yes. All right, there we go. You can see the graphics. Such a cool graphics they used to have on these insoles, and then Reebok Blacktop on the heel right here. Very nice insole, very cushioned. I don't know what kind of material this is. It's definitely not the polyurethane ones. Maybe kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ortholite, but I'm not sure if it is because of the colors. You know, Ortholite has different colors from yellow to like orange and blue, but I'm not sure if they have this you know, gray one. Regardless, I think it's plenty of comfort. So again, here you're going to see CR1 sample, not for resale, and this one doesn't have a label on the back, but the other one do, and I'm going to show that to you. Inside, normal business, just the same old story. Nothing unusual. One thing to mention again, these are being size 9, slightly bigger for me, but by slightly I mean really slightly. If I put a thicker sock, they will be fine. The pump letter makes pretty much any shoe that has pumps fit a little bit more snug, so I really don't you know, think that this size will be a problem for me to wear it. Let me go to the left shoe, the one with a slight yellowing, and here you will see if I flip the thumb back, there will be a label with a sizing, says that it's sample, produced in February of 2014, and let's check the sample label. So if we check the sample label, it's gonna say Blacktop Battleground 93, white, sport violet, black, flat gray, swag, orange, and graphite. Again, yeah, Battleground 2, guys. Just call it Battleground 2, just like it was back in the day, just like it is now. So again, very easy to depress and compress pumps perfectly well. Whoever the supplier for Reebok was at the time, I think they did a much better job than the people that are having right now, because these pumps both function well. And yeah, this shoe is one of those that I've chased for such a long time. Obviously the original pairs will be impossible to wear because of the polyurethane midsole, and probably 99% of all the shoes that are out there on eBay or whatever have crumbling and cracking of the midsole, especially if they're not worn. But these are in a perfectly wearable condition. Obviously, you know, they're only 3 years old. They have many years in front of them, and I will be able to wear them with no problem. I know these ones are fan favorite, and a lot of you guys will be excited to see them. A lot of you love this shoe. I love it myself, and I am extremely happy that finally am able to at least have the sample for it. From one colorway, it's still something. There was plenty of colorways that this shoe had, and it was supposed to be released with, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Stay tuned to the channel, hit the thumbs up if you like the video. There'll be plenty more. I have a lot of sample pairs coming my way, and some of you already seen them on Instagram. I'm going to show you tons of sneakers, so if you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, stay tuned. One thing to mention about the padding, kind of thin. I was expecting it to be a little bit. because I remember the original one had an extremely thick padding. Let me see how can I show that with the light behind. You'll see here, I mean, it's sufficient, but it's not as before. I mean, the original one had like double the size of the padding here. They were so cushiony and comfortable. But still, these are absolutely amazing. I love this color combination. This is probably the favorite colorway that I had. You know, this purple one, and there was one with green hints and one with red hints. It's hard to name favorite. This one is probably one of the favorite ones I had. So amazing. They even preserved the rubber here on the tongue around the pump. So great. Unfortunately, did not make it to retail, but yeah, that's about it. All right, guys, till next time, have a good one. Bye. I don't know how I got carried away and almost forgot to show you the outsole. Come on, man, keep it together. All right, just like the original one, we have only predominantly black outsole, very durable rubber, non-marking, obviously, the hints of purple, the hexalite. You guys know why I'm doing the quotation, you know, air quotations, but you know, this is where the original hexalite was residing. And the only soft part is this middle one where it says Reebok. This is part of the midsole, not the outsole. So if you see some of the original ones and they have, you know, if you see them in pictures or in your hand, oftentimes this part here will be crumbling and this whole outsole will be preserved because of the polyurethane, and solid rubber don't usually deteriorate as fast. But you'll see that we have kind of a outrigger with herringbone all around and this bigger kind of puzzle-like graphics. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I got so excited and carried away. Sorry guys. Didn't mean to cut you off on the outsole. That's it. Bye.